Hey guys, I'm reviewing the new chapter of Fairy Tail today, and it was a very good chapter. There was a lot of twists and turns, especially at the end, but I'm just going to get right into it. So, Natsu and the group find the rain village they were looking for last chapter, and it's a pretty cool spot. There's just a really big rain cloud over the village, which I thought was kind of cool. No matter what kind of weather it is outside of that village, it still rains. And Natsu and Happy were just messing around, and I'm in the sun, I'm in the rain, I'm in the sun, I'm in the rain. Some old comedy that Fairy Tail always has that kind of got me into the story. So they see Juvia, and Juvia is on a really bummy couch in an abandoned house. That kind of got me worried. I'm like, has she been here this whole entire time? It's really, it didn't look like a good place from what we saw. And Natsu was running over to her, and she thought it was Gray, and she hugged him, and he said, "You better cool off." And just some funny Juvia stuff that I always like to see, because Juvia was one of my favorite characters in the show. She's one of my favorite female characters, should I say. And I guess when she was so excited that she collapsed in Natsu's hand. I don't know if she was excited, relieved, or she was just really sick, because they did say she had a fever, but I'm just going to go off excitement. And you find out when they go back in the house that she was living with Gray for a while. And that kind of got me thinking, I'm like, did they hook up? Are they a couple? And then she kind of went more into it, how they trained together, ate together. And one day that she saw, his body, there was a black all over his arm right here, and it kind of looked like Sasuke's curse mark, to be completely honest. And he was told her not to worry about it, and that he was going to come back. And every day he went out more and more, and then one day he just didn't come back. And that kind of got me sad for Juvia. I was like, oh, Juvia, she's all torn up about this, and she's always looking for his respect. And she kind of told this story to Natsu in the group, and Natsu, how Natsu is. He was like, oh, I'll go look for him. I'll go find him. And they're going to go to Sabretooth. I'm really curious what they're going to do in Sabretooth, to be completely honest. I don't know if they thought that Gray joined Sabretooth or something, but then they went to this, I don't know, it's a room, and to this person, and I guess they were talking about how all the Dark Guilds were being eliminated by Fairy Tail. They didn't say Fairy Tail, but Fairy Tail beat everybody. And they're like, now even Tartarus is gone. The Dark Guild age is over. Now we're going to start with the new and Avatar. I don't know what they were going to call Avatar, but they serve Zeref. And the biggest twist on this whole entire group is Gray is one of the members. I think he's one of the leading members too, because that can't be all there is to the group, or guild. I don't know what you want to call them. I don't know what they are. They might be a guild or they might be a group just to serve Zeref. And Gray is a member of it, and may I say, he is looking very sinister right now. He's got the Sasuke curse mark all upon him, and I don't know what Gray did. I think he went for more power, or he went to get closer to Zeref so he could get END and he could kill him. Right now, it's looking like he just went to go get more power, and he kind of lost sight of what his real goal was, to get the power. And this kind of reminds me of Naruto and Sasuke. Obviously, Gray and Natsu are about to fight eventually in the near future when, Gray finds out he's END, or Natsu thinks that he doesn't have any way of turning back to good, like being good old Gray. And obviously, this is very obvious to me that Fairy Tail is definitely not going to be like it used to be. Now that I just saw that, they're not going to be able to get all back together. I highly doubt they're going to find Makarov. I feel like we're getting an explanation, but not a big one. And this kind of made it obvious to me that the whole entire guild isn't going to come back together like Natsu thinks it is. And I can't wait for next chapter. If you like my review, like it, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And tune in next week for my next review.